Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I've got kind of a neat little thing to talk about here. I've been thinking about this whole FTC Coppa madness that's sweeping the YouTubes, and I've put a couple of questions together, and maybe, just maybe, they're good enough to
What is that?
pass around. Well, when it comes to being a creator on YouTube, I don't know how much of a real legal stance that the FTC and Coppa could take against a YouTube creator. They are making all of these changes because YouTube made a boo-boo and collected data and did some pretty heinous things with it by sharing it in places it shouldn't have been shared and getting ad people in there that shouldn't have been ever involved in the first place. Long story short, they went through a $170 million settlement, and now they're throwing us to the winds, the absolute winds. Pretty much, if you think your video could appeal in any way to a kid, you need to mark it as made for kids, or you could face a $42,000 fine per video after January 1st. But here's the problem that I'm finding with this. As creators, guys, we don't do any data collecting on our end. We have no control as what YouTube places on the videos as far as apps and suggestive things for anyone. I don't see where there's a legal violation on a YouTube creator's part. If YouTube is handling its affairs properly and all we're doing is just uploading videos, they should be in control of what apps or ads or anything that gets added to the video content-wise should be. Alright, I think I said all that correctly. If one of us, were to find a way to collect data, then yeah, we could be held responsible. But I've never found a way.
Remember, concentrate on the moment.
Nor would I ever give a crap how to do any of that, because it would serve me nor any of you any purpose, because we're not doing any ads. We're just making video content. All of the money making end is coming on YouTube's behalf, and it's not up to us to pick which ads we want to place on our videos. It's supposed to be paired properly. Anyway, I digress.
I got a bad feeling about this.
How can a court order us to be in violation when we have done nothing but upload a video and try to get it to get a zillion views, so hopefully we can have ads on it and make a little extra money coming in, or a living. Some of these YouTube creators make a living doing this, and it's pretty crazy how so many people who like to review toys and collectible memorabilia and video games and make some music that's folk like that they feel could be targeted to kids. Thumbnails, if it looks too kid oriented, you can get flagged and bagged and tagged for $42,000, so watch out for your thumbnails. But any of this, anytime you're going to be made to go to court to pay something for being sued, you got to know what you're up against. And all Coppa basically states, in a nutshell, is that if we were going to put any kids' content on, we must have, to collect any kind of data, we got to have some kind of written consent through a parent.
Oh my God.
And, I don't know about you, but I don't know how to do that, or I don't think any of us are capable of doing any kind of data collection to do anything for our video. It's just stupid. They would try to push that and have no case to really stand on, and there's no way to prove that we collected any data because there's no way for us to do it. I'm just confused by that completely. The whole them finding us and sue us for all that crap, I don't think it can really be too much to worry about. Although, hey, it's 2019 going into 2020. Like I said, I'm not a legal representative. I'm just a guy who has a channel that's in crisis here, and I'm just trying to see what my options might be. You know, I mean, is it even legal for us to tag our videos made for kids and not made for kids? You know, I just want to know if that's even legal because of freedom of speech. You know, I mean, I'm probably way off on that, but
What's your language?
who knows? You know, it's better to be safe than sorry, guys. I mean, for real. Until this whole thing gets figured out, and if you have any questions, mark your stuff made for kids. That way you don't fall into any kind of legal problem. But if you do, find out. Talk to, just see if you can get a counsel with somebody who's a lawyer, if you got a buddy, and then share that information out here, because the more info we have against this, the better. And I really want to thank you for your time. And what this whole thing boils down to is, the things that they want to fine us for and have a legal stance to do so, there's no way for us, the creator, to do any of those things in the first place. And to try to prove that in court would potentially be the only way to argue any of this. I mean, any of it. So, hey, there's that. Thank you so much for tuning in, friends. If this helped in any way, awesome. If you can put a video up that has some real legal mumbo jumbo attached, that is awesome. And let's keep figuring this out. I know there's petitions out there. Maybe we can even ask for a family-friendly button that would allow ads on channels that are not geared for kids, even though they have collectible memorabilia or hobbies or things like that. But there should be a way to flag it that way and not be jeopardized by some ridiculous violation and fine that could cripple somebody, because it's not just one time, it's per video. I'm not sure if they're going to try to hunt down every video that they deem worthy just to make a couple extra bucks, but I know people have thousands of videos. I know some people only have 10 or 15, but no matter how many videos you have, you've got to start really doing the due diligence of watching over your channel and trying to figure out how best to maneuver and duck and dive and tuck and roll to get through this gracefully, and wait for the first person to legally violate it and see where that goes in court. I don't know. I hope for the best. I hope you all the best. Let's grow together. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's not fall victim to a bunch of bureaucratic nonsense because somebody in a office did some stuff that now we have to pay for because they didn't do their part professionally. I mean, think about it. They settled out of court for $170 million. Now we, the creators, are scrutinied into following flaming hoops to try to make sure we don't fall victim to a fine that could ruin a life. I mean, $42,000 is a lot of money, guys. I mean, some people, maybe not for some, but for most. I don't know. I'm just speaking freely. Anyway, here's your ears back, everybody. Thank you so much for your time. May the force be with you, etc., etc. And I'm out. Take care, guys. And gals.